Today I fucked up by trying to buy drugs from my supervisor. So this happened just few hours ago. I'm still not sure what the repercussions are, or if there will even be any. I'm just now calmed down enough to be able to write this. So for starters, I should have put these two people in my phone differently. I just never thought this would happen. For purposes of the story, I'll call the two people N1 and N2. In real life they both have the same name. N1 is a good friend of mine who also supplies me with party favors. N2 is my supervisor at work. Earlier in the day another friend called and asked me if I could help him out. I'm not really in the business, but I think, what the hell, why not? I text N1 to see if he's stocked up. He usually takes a while to hit me back up, so I set my phone down and get back to killing time playing PS4. A few hours later I grab my phone to fill out some paperwork and see I have some texts. I see I have one from N2 just saying what. I click on it to see what's going on. Because I didn't text him, or so I thought. My heart sank when I realized I never texted N1, I texted N2. I texted my boss asking for a zip of K. My boy wants to try it because he's looking for a new plug. How stupid can I be? Why did I leave their names so close together? Why did I not check it? How do I explain what zip of K is without incriminating myself further? How do I run away and forget this happened? Those are all questions I wish I had answers to right now. I really hope it just blows over. I'm a contractor, so what they can do to me is limited, but they can just stop providing me with work if they want. I really hope that he just ignores it. They all think him some hippie, so maybe it's expected. I guess I'll find out tomorrow. Please, learn from me. If you have friends whose names are the same as people you work with, change one of them so the same thing doesn't happen to you. Too long didn't read. I accidentally texted my supervisor, instead of my friend, asking for drugs. Wait, didn't you have a couple friends over and apparently one of them was screwing with your phone? Yeah, I was there, I seen it. Told him not to, but you know Herman, he's a real dick. 1. I wish people on Reddit would make up names instead of telling stories about S, K and G's. GFJ2, deny 3, deny 4, whatever story you come up with, make it very simple with no details. The more details in a lie the easier you can F up. The simplest would be, hey, I didn't text that, someone might have messed with my phone. No clue. Sorry they bothered you. 5. Continue to act oblivious and deny. We need a follow-up after this. That's a lot of K just to try it, lol. Hey guy, I'm thinking about trying shrooms. Is 24.8 grams enough? Buy a box of Kellogg's and post him a picture with you in the box. NVM, got some. Today I fucked up by getting involved in cheetah poaching, and the cheetahs got revenge. This all happened many years ago. I know it was horrible, even back then, I knew it was bad. The good news is I never killed a cheetah myself, but a friend I had gone to secondary school with told me it was good money and the get-rich-quick appeal was there for me, so I agreed to learn how to do it. We grew up with enough to eat, but we were poor, so it was hard to pass over an opportunity to potentially make a lot of money, even though I knew it was wrong and illegal. Wasn't long before we were all caught. I'm still not exactly sure how. Their little ragtag gang of 6 would-be poachers must have been on the radar of anti-poaching groups long before I joined. After just a couple weeks of training with them, I got a knock on my door at 3 in the morning and was arrested. Fortunately I didn't get any long prison time, but there was a punishment in some parts of Africa, where cheetah poachers could be forced to eat cheetah feces as a punishment. I was sentenced to it. I begged for jail time instead but didn't get it. Worst time of my life. But I will never forget that and thankfully got my life on track. Went to school, got a degree, eventually moved to Europe to study. Too long didn't read, got involved in cheetah poaching, ended up eating cheetah poop before turning my life around. Oof, as someone whose brother has volunteered with anti-poaching efforts before, I'm glad you were caught early. It sounds like that was a very effective punishment. I half thought he was joking about it when I first heard that it existed. He explained that it makes sense when you think about it, though. Cheetah, lion poachers often track the animals based on their droppings, which are gross AF. The fact that this punishment exists means poachers have to imagine exactly what will happen to them if they get caught, every time they're out about poaching. Glad you overcame it though. Do you agree with the punishment? You say you begged for more jail time instead, but now thinking about it, do you think the punishment was fair and deserved? And as far as you know, is it effective? Sounds like it was for you, but in general for others? Do you know if the other guys involved turned their life around or went back poaching? And now that you have turned your life around, what are your stance about poaching? Is it something you are against? Do you try to bring awareness to the issue, or you try to forget and avoid the subject because of the bad memories? Even though that sounds horrible, you got off lucky. In some southern African countries right now there are no arrests, wardens shoot poachers on sight. How did the cheetah poo taste? Leopard, indescribably bad. Just from smelling it beforehand when the jar was opened I knew it was basically rotten flesh I was eating, but it also had an overpowering cat smell, like a cat hoarder house. The whole thing is a blur now, but I remember afterwards having cuts on my wrists from how badly I was fighting against the cuffs to get out of that chair during the punishment. Why does this only seem to exist for big cats, cheetahs/lions? I know I've heard something about this before for lion poachers, but no elephant poop for elephant poachers, deer poop for deer poachers, etc. Doesn't answer your question, but as herbivores, I imagine elephant poop is a lot more pleasant. Today I fucked up by stealing my grandma's credit card and having phone sex. No, I've never actually told anybody this, but it makes me crack up every time I think about it. Not so much then. I was about 14 or 15, 20 years ago, when a friend lent me a porn DVD. It was an old school one, but I didn't care. I'd if it was at the beginning or the end, but it'd have these like short phone sex ads. And horny me would always fap to it and fantasize about calling one of these numbers. Anyways, a few weeks later, I had to stay at my grandma's because my mom was going to a work conference out of state. It didn't even occur to me to borrow her credit card until she went to sleep super early and left her wallet out. So horny me grabbed her MasterCard, and dialed the number that I knew by memory. Okay, so this is where the screw up happens. I input all the info and it had a couple options: talk to a professional for like $3 per minute, or amateurs for 50 cents per minute. So I was like, I'll talk to the amateurs so the bill won't be so high and maybe my grandma won't notice on her bill. Anyways, it starts to connect, and I get super nervous, heart beating super fast, no idea what I'm going to say. I feel that dryness in my throat, and I hear the lady on the other end, and this is how the convo goes. Lady, hello, me, hey. Lady, how are you doing baby? Me, good. Just super horny. Lady, who are you? This is the screw up, and I'd quite a few I said this / me, do you have nice pussies? Lady, what? Pussies? How many dicks do you have? And I paused for what seemed like an eternity, super lost, and I just said 2. And I just hung up the phone and totally regretted that. Too long, didn't read, stole my grandma's credit card to have phone sex, and said some stupid stuff. Guess she never heard of that guy on Reddit who did that AMA with 2 actual penises, split at the base. It's an actual medical condition. I'm sorry for ruining this for you, but that guy was outed as a very unusual fraud. He posted progressively weirder and weirder stuff and basically tripled his dick size in Photoshop to show off, and from there people pointed out the consistent Photoshop artifacts in all of his previous images. I, too, was very upset when I realized it wasn't true. She'd probably assume you just had a weird fetish and roll with it. The best part is 2 dicks, smiley face, smiley face, smiley face, smiley face, lol. I'm just going to leave this here. Aubergine, you / dick dude. Just stick it in your credit card, that is.